Lastly, if anyone finds my band CD in the auditorium, I need that back. Please hand it to me at the end of the performance. Please look. Enjoy the show. Clearance.
Jonathan's not here. I know all the clients, but we don't know where she is.
We get her in the costume, mustache. I do that. Throw her in the costume, throw a mustache on her, make her look like Jonathan. It's fine.
Okay.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Seminole High School production of The Murder at Havisham Manor. I'm pleased to announce that this is my directorial debut and my first production as head of the Drama Society. If we are honest, a lack of numbers has hampered our past productions, such as last year's Chekhov play, Two Sisters, or last Christmas's The Lion and the Wardrobe, or our summer musical, Cat. I would also like to say that this is the first time our society's been able to stage a play of this scale. It is no surprise that we usually have to handle small budgets, such as last year's presentation of Ronald Dahl's James and the Peach. Of course, during that particular run of the show, Peach went off. We were forced to present a hastily devised alternative entitled, James, Where is Your Peach? Finally, we can afford to stage a play as it should be, in which, might I say, has been exceptionally well cast. Except for Jonathan. I'm sure we all remember the casting issues we've had before, such as that presentation of Snow White and the Tall, Broad Gentleman, or our previous year's Pantomime, another Disney classic, ugly and But now, on with the main event, which I am thrilled will be our best show yet. So leave it! Leave it! Leave it! Leave it! Go! Please! Please, put your hands together for Susie H.K. Bradwell's thrilling whodunit, The Murder at Havisham Manor.
Charlie, are you ready? We're all waiting downstairs to raise a glass to your engagement. Charlie? Come along now, Charlie. You've been there for hours now. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you have $10,000 right. Hang it on, Charles. If you won't come out, I'll come in. Hand me the keys to the door, Perkins. Oh, damn it, he's locked the door. Hand me the keys to the door, Perkins. Leave it on, you got them off. Thank you, Perkins. Now let's get this door open. Let's get this door open. There we are, we're in. But what's this? Charles is unconscious?
I think Charlie is sick,
Damn it, Perkins, I hope so. I'll check. Glass, I knew something was wrong. It's so unlike Charles to just disappear like this.
Sir, he's dead.
What? Dead? He can't be. He was my closest friend.
But he's not breathing, sir. He was choking for heartbeat.
I'm dumbfounded. He was right as rain just an hour ago.
I don't understand. He was fit as a fiddle. How could this have happened? It doesn't make sense.
Of course it makes sense. He's been murdered! Good God, West Florence.
In the dining room, sir. Shall I fetch her?
Not yet. The last thing we need is for her to have another one of her hysterical episodes again.
Yes, sir. Do you think it was murder, Mr. Collymore? Or perhaps, do you think it was suicide?
Suicide, Charlie? I've never met a man with more zest for life than Charles. He was young, rich, and soon to be married. I mean, why on earth would he commit suicide?
For what? Or when anyone murdered him, sir. Charles was generous, kind, a true philanthropist. He never had an enemy in his life.
Until today, it seems. Damn it, Perkins, Charles Havisham was murdered in this very room, on this very day, in this very room, on this very day. On this day.
Yes, sir. Shall I telephone the police?
The police? They wouldn't make out for hours in this snowstorm. I'll telephone Inspector Carter. He lives just down the block. Now, hand me the receiver, Perkins. Thank you, Perkins. Hello? Give me Inspector Carter. Yes, I know it's late. Damn it! There's been a murder! Someone's murdered Charles Havisham! That's right. Thank you. He's on his way.
Inspector Carter?
They say he's the best gun inspector in the district. He'll crack this case in quick.
Yes, sir. What shall I do?
Lock every door. Not a soul gets out of Havisham Manor until this killer is found.
Yes, sir.
Good God. Just an hour into this engagement and there's already been a murder. Florence! Florence, you can't be in here!
My God, he looks so frail, Layman.
I'm sorry, Florence. It's a shock to all of us.
He's scared. He falls to the touch.
Don't touch him!
I must.
You mustn't!
Unhand me. Oh, Charles, one last embrace.
I can barely see to my barefoot sister in such grief.
Oh, to do such a thing on the night of our engagement party. Say so quick, your brother's dead.
My brother dead? It can't be! Calm yourself, Cecil. Perkins, pour him a stiff drink, would you?
Yes. Oh my God, sir. He struck the whole bottle. There's not a drop left.
Hang it all, there's another one on the shelf.
Yes, sir, this one's full.
This is horrifying. I mean, who on earth would have the motive to murder Charles
I
Haversham?
can't imagine.
Thank you, Perkins.
Why, that's the best whiskey I've ever tasted. Have another to calm your nerves. Yes. Make it a double.
Who could have
Thank
such
you,
a
Perkins.
motive to do such a thing to Charles?
My brother wasn't as happy as his death is believed. I mean, that cheerful mask where dark sides and the many don't know. There's no doubt in my mind. No. There are dark sides and the many do not know it. It's true. A smile is often just a facade. I was fortunate enough to be one of the only people who truly confided in. Lost a real friend today.
Oh, Perkins, we all have. Hang it. I knew Charles ever since school.
I don't know how I'll ever recover from this.
Well, that's easy. You'll move back home with me. I am your brother, and I'll have it no other way.
Perkins is right. My brother wasn't as happy as his death could be. My brother was hiding deep sense of melancholy and resentment. There's no doubt in my mind it was suicide.
Suicide? Suicide? How could you say such a thing? It's murder! Murder in the first degree!
Nonsense! This man was just paranoid and jealous, and I can prove it. Perkins, that means gentleman man. Why, look at the first entry. I fear Florence does not love me. The night of our engagement despair engulfs my soul.
But I love Charles with all my heart.
As I said, you're mad with paranoia and jealousy.
Thank you.
Sir, thank heavens he's here.
What a terrible snowstorm. Good evening, everyone. I'm Inspector Carter. Take my case. Oh, this must be Charles Haversham. This must have given you all a damn shock.
It did. We're all still reeling.
Naturally. Are any of you the deceased immediate family?
I'm Cecil Habitat, his brother.
I'm Florence Polymore, his fiancée. Tonight was our engagement party.
Ah, what a damn sad thing. You, let me put everyone a stiff drink.
Well then, let us raise a glass to the man that we all loved, to Charles.
Charles!
Delicious!
Excellent.
Lovely!
Listen, you all must be distraught, but the sooner I can begin my inquiries, the sooner we can get to the bottom of this ghastly business. If you'd be so kind as to take the body downstairs so I can examine it,
Yes, Inspector.
I'll let the head package.
then lock all the doors and prepare this room.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Any idea who caused death, Inspector?
It could be a number of things. Suffocation, strangulation, poison, before completely getting the body out of the way.
Now, can someone do it?
Try to stay calm this time, or once I finish downstairs, I'll speak to each individually, then perhaps we can get some space to calm the nerves.
I really do.
I'll return presently. Thank you.
Thank God they've all gone.
Don't say another word. If they find out about us, we'll be suspects.
You and I were having an affair. What's of it? It doesn't mean that we killed him.
Of course not, but that's what the inspector will think.
It's fine. We'll just go on as if everything was just as was. But now you'll be forced to marry my beastly brother.
And soon we can be together and not keep secrets.
But while we're here, let me steal just one quick business.
Cecil, we can't. If we're caught, it would be the end.
I can't resist you, Florence. I can't control myself.
Inspector required in God's name!
Oh, Cecil was just pulling my brow.
I was just cooling her brow.
You know, Cecil, I don't see how my sister's brow is any of your business.
Don't be such a prick, Tom. Cecil was only trying to help.
Yes, Tom.
Very well. If you'll excuse me, I'll have the inspector's pencil. Stop! And I'll be on my way.
Thank God he's gone. That man is such a nuisance.
He's my brother.
Let me kiss you, Florence.
Oh, Cecil, kiss me 1,000 times. I'm yours.
God, interrupt again, mister.
Down. Tell him why. They collect the keys to lock us all inside.
Without a telephone packet.
You don't think Perkins suspects us, do you?
That old fool. Cold not.
Oh, Cecil, my passion makes me forget myself.
I forgot the inspector. No matter what he does.
I'm about to faint. Cecil, call me.
You know, Cecil, I don't appreciate you trying to get your hands on my sister on the night of her fiance's death.
Well, then, you ought to take better care of it than Collymore.
I'm overcome.
I don't have the time for this. If you'll excuse me, I'll have the inspector's notes. Dad? And up on my way. Lots of interruptions.
Oh, let's run away from here, far away, together. Oh, kiss me, Cecil.
Sorry to interrupt again.
Come to prepare the room. Yes, thank you, Beckon. Set them by the messages. Hurry on. Lots of interruptions.
Let's run away from here, far away, together.
Soon, my love, but we must be careful. We mustn't arouse suspicion.
Cecil, tell me, who do you think killed Charles?
There's no doubt in my mind. It was none other than your brother, Thomas Collymore.
My brother? What a devil of a situation this is! Not so fast, Inspector! But why would Thomas want Charles dead?
Wasn't it obvious? He's only big time possessive when it came to you. He couldn't bear the thought of you and his brother, you and Charles getting married.
But if it was Thomas, what did he find out about you and I?
There's no doubt in my mind. He would try to kill us just like he killed my brother.
Oh, I feel faint again.
Don't worry, my love. Just follow my lead.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but now that I've finished inspecting the body, our interviews can proceed. Perkins, bring in Charles' personal effects.
Where would you like them, Inspector?
I'll set them down on the mantel, please. Don't go, Perkins. I'd like to ask you a few questions first. Mr. Havisham, Miss Collymore, if you'd be so kind as to give us a moment's privacy.
Naturally.
Don't just stand there, Perkins. Take a seat. I don't smoke, but you go ahead. Tell me, Perkins, how are you feeling?
A little shaky, sir, but I'll be fine.
You were close with Mr. Havisham?
Yes, sir. Very close.
You don't appear to be very upset by his death.
On the contrary, I've barely taken it in. He was such a kindly, charming man.
It's true.
You met him?
Yes, once we was at the local police station, he...
Evening, Inspector. Hey, Perkins. I see you're busy. I'll leave you be.
Once briefly at the local police station...
Of course you didn't notice.
Once briefly at the local...
Once
briefly at the local police station, he came in as a consultant on a fraud case I was working on.
I see.
And how long have you been working in Havisham Manor?
80 years.
80 years?
8 years.
And have you enjoyed your time here?
My time with Mr. Havisham has been a joy. I feel since I've come here, I've not only been seen as a butler, but also as a friend, a confidant. If you need me, I'll be in my quarters. Thank you.
If you'd fetch Miss Collymore on your way out.
No need! I'm already here. Don't ask too much of me, Inspector, I feel. Fudge life's glass.
Don't harass her, Carter. She's been through a lot tonight.
Ah, Mr. Collymore, you brought me my pencil?
Right here.
Oh, thank you. And my notebook? Oh, I knew I left them somewhere.
You sure did.
Well, if you don't mind, I do need to be asking Miss Collymore some questions.
Oh, of course. I'll be in the library as long as you need me.
Miss Collymore, don't fret. My questions will be brief and to the point. Actually, how old are you? 21. Oh, make note of that. How long ago did you first meet your fiancé?
Only 7 months ago, but my brother has known him years.
And when were you due to be married?
In the new year.
Well, I think that's enough notes for now. Now tell me,
When you love someone, there's no such thing as rushing, Inspector.
did you ever feel as if you were rushing into this marriage?
Why wouldn't I love him?
Did you ever love him, sir?
Not even, Cecil? Ooh, how could anyone have benefited?
Can you think of anyone who could have possibly benefited from your fiancé's death?
Cecil?
Not even Cecil?
Oh, don't tell me to calm down!
Calm down, Miss Collymore.
I wasn't having an affair!
You were having an affair.
What letter?
You wrote that letter.
I didn't write that letter.
You wrote that letter. The letter on the mantelpiece.
You've read my letter? Where did you find it?
Addressed to Cecil, written in your hand, declaring your love for him and the thought of marrying Charles repulsed you.
Charles read it? You read my letter? Where did you find it?
In Charles' pocket.
Charles read it? And it was suicide!
Or a murder conceived by you and Cecil Haversham to run away together.
How dare you say such a thing, Inspector? It's true. We were having an affair, but I loved each other, that's all. Neither of us wanted to hurt little Charles.
I'm sorry if this upsets you, Miss Collymore, but it's my job to ask a difficult question.
Upset me? How dare you? My husband was murdered in this very room a matter of hours ago. I find your manner most unbenefiting, and I shall make a formal complaint to Scotland Yard.
Scotland Yard will not listen to complaints of a murderess.
You diabolical beast! How dare you accuse me again? And you
What's all this shouting?
I'm simply asking Miss Collymore some questions, nothing more.
Florence! Calm down. Stop shouting. Florence, you're having an hysterical episode again. Me padre, it's hysterical! Florence! Where are you going? Come back! Looks as if she's run off. I'll go fetch her. But I dare say you should stay here, Cecil. You were Charles's brother, after all, and I dare say the inspector will have some questions. I apologize, Inspector. She's badly shaken. We all are. It's late night, and it's getting late.
11 o'clock already.
Well, Inspector, do you have any questions for me?
Yes, similar questions to those asked Miss Collymore.
Fire away, Inspector, not your service.
Good evening, Maid. You and Mr. Haversham, did you get along well?
Up and down. Been rather more strained in our relationship since Father died. No doubt, there was no secret Father cared for Charles more than I.
Is that your father's portrait?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
He looks the spit of Charles, doesn't he?
He has been since he was quite young.
You were the junior by 4 years.
Almost 4, yes. And I only know it. Charles patronized and embarrassed me throughout our entire childhood. If he ever didn't get away, he was, he always thought he knew best, and if he ever didn't get away, he was unbearable.
He sounds far from the ideal brother.
I won't lie, Inspector. Charles and I never truly saw eye to eye. Suggesting I had something to do with death is mistaken.
The dark night, Cecil.
Inspector,
Even made out such creed.
what are you saying, Inspector?
I was saying that tonight would have been the perfect night for you to murder your brother.
Inspector, please! My brother and I had our differences, but deep down we care for one another.
And yet you had an affair with his fiancée.
What on earth gave you that idea?
This letter I found, addressed to you from Miss Collymore.
You know about that?
As the teacher.
Bravo, Inspector! You found out about Thornton, but it proves nothing. We didn't have a thing to do with Charles' murder. But I can't tell you who does. Charles Collymore.
Collymore, but he and Charles were old friends with
Oh, dangerous alien's man with a devil of a temper. He can barely find his sister being married off to any man, much less an old school chum. He saw them together at tonight's engagement party, and he lashed down and took it on Charles.
Well, thank you, Mr. Collymore. You've been most helpful tonight. If you'd fetch Thomas Collymore on your way out, I do need to follow more than one line of inquiries at a time to get the bond for this.
Of course, Inspector. Anything to assist the process of investigation.
Oh, hang it all, Charles. Who could have killed you? Everybody did the stand roof seems guilty. Huh? That's weird. There's something under the cushions. What's this? A ledger? With Charles' initials inscribed in the cover? Let's see. Notes, bills. What's this? Charles' last will and testament, dated only today. Let's see. I, Charles Haversham, hereby declare my last will and testament to leave my money, Haversham Manor, and all its contents and grounds to one. Good Lord!
Thomas Collymore, Inspector.
Ah, thank you. Tell me, did Charles have a study where he kept his papers?
Of course, there's a door on the right.
Ah, thank you.
Take your time, Inspector. You find Florence. She ran out into the grounds. Tell me, Thomas, what were your feelings on Florence and Charles? I was overjoyed, of course. I love Florence and I love Charles. I couldn't approve any more of a match.
But Thomas, it's well known that you're protected by your sister.
Ring, ring, ring. I'll get it. Hello? Yes. For you. Who the devil is it? It's for you. Who the devil is it? Who is it? Who is it? Your accountant. 11:30 in the evening? Huh? Hello? Yes, Thomas Collymore speaking. This is inconvenience, yes. My recent deposits? What's of them? Discrepancies? What are you talking about, man? Gone? Gone where? £9,000? What? Perkins, get in here!
Yes, Mr. Collymore.
Fetch me my bank book, Perkins, would you?
Your bank book.
Thank you, Perkins. I shall report you to your superiors. Who am I speaking with? Mr. Fitzroy? I'll write that name down. Fitzroy. I'll have you know that this phone call has put me in a very difficult position, and I shall hang up the phone this instant.
What is it, Colonel?
Money stolen from my account.
Good Lord.
Nearly £9,000 stolen right from my private savings.
How is it regular?
It's a ghastly business, this is. First, my oldest friend murdered, and now I find myself on the edge of financial ruin. I mean, how could this night get any worse?
Thomas, I have a confession. Now, I wasn't going to say anything, but the inspector just found out, and damn it, I'm tired of keeping secrets.
Spit it out, Cecil.
Well, Florence and I are having an affair.
What?
Now calm down, Collymore.
I always knew you were a snake in the grass.
It's all you think. Florence and I are in love.
My sister does not love you, Haversham. How dare you lay a finger on her, especially on the night of her fiance's death? That's just disgusting. No wonder why your father hated you.
Don't you dare speak my father that way, Collymore!
Well, it seems there's no doubt about who murdered Charles anymore. He was...
Good God, what's going on?
I don't know, Inspector. I heard screams from downstairs.
Get in here, Florence. There's not safe down there.
Thomas, I'm frightened.
Don't worry, Florence. You're safe in here.
Well, what's going on?
Isn't it obvious Cecil's lost control? Kendall, surely not. He was driven mad by his lust for you, and now he knows you've found him out. I cannot bear it. Kessel would not do such a thing.
Of course, Cecil would, the damn lunatic.
You should trust people, Tom. You change.
Oh my God. This is the worst night I've seen in 88 years of service.
Save me, brother. Save me.
Don't worry, Florence. I shan't let anyone hurt a hair on your head anymore.
I'm panicking. I can't believe... Kessel? Cecil is doing this.
Try to stay calm, Miss Collymore.
I shall faint.
You shan't faint, confound it. What a devil of a situation this is.
Not so fast, Inspector.
We're all going to survive tonight, you hear me?
Get down.
Take cover! Great Scott!
I
Good
mean.
heavens.
Quickly, Cecil's crossing the landing.
We must lock him out.
Where are the keys to the door, Perkins? Hey there!
Quickly, Perkins, hand them to me before. Quickly, Perkins, hand them to me before. Good Lord.
Cecil's dead.
A double murder!
Time of death. Quarter to midnight.
Shut up!
Cecil, no. I loved him. I know it's wrong. I know I was engaged to Charles, but Cecil was mine, and I was his. I loved him.
There, Miss Holly.
Two cheers. How will I go on?
But who could have killed him?
That's a good question, Mr. Collymore.
And one we need to answer quickly if we all want to get out of this house alive.
Oh, Inspector, you've given me a chill.
Perkins, pour us all another scotch.
Yes, Inspector.
Tell me, does anyone else have access to the grounds with the four of us?
No one, Inspector.
The staff all go home on weekends long, except for Perkins, of course. Good God, I did that.
Is there anyone else on the grounds other than the four of us?
No one, Inspector.
I'm the only one with the master key, and as instructed, I've locked and bolted the doors as soon as you arrive.
Well, then, who could have killed him?
That's no one could have killed him, except for the people in this room.
You're right! It's one of us!
Hang it all and trapped in a room full of murderers!
Damn it, blast!
One of you killed Charles and Cecil Haversham, and we shan't leave this house till this matter's solved! You, take the body outside.
Yes, Inspector. I'll lend you a hand, Perkins.
Let's go over the facts.
Oh, it has been a terrible night.
You were engaged to marry George Charles, a man who, according to your letters, you just despised. Not only this, but you were in an affair with his brother, Cecil, which gives me plausible, which gives you plausible motives the plausible motive for you both to have murdered Charles.
Oh, stop it, Inspector. Cecil's dead now, too. And I certainly didn't kill.
What's all going on, Inspector?
Simply interviewing Miss Collymore, nothing more.
Florence! Snap out of it, you're hysterical again.
Calm down, Miss Collymore.
Remember yourself. Behave with some decorum.
Well, someone ought to fetch her medication.
I'll go. Someone's locked the door. We're all trapped.
Travis, good God! Lord, you're lying. I know you're lying. Inspector, you're lying, Florence. I know you did it.
How dare you say such a thing, Inspector? You're all fools.
Did you enjoy killing your husband, Miss Collymore?
How dare you say such a thing, Inspector? I feel I can't stand another second in this room. I shall climb out the window.
Oh my God, she's climbing up. She's climbing up the window.
I am no murderer.
Calm down, Miss Collymore. You and Cecil both have given me plausible motives, but not the true motive.
What are you saying, Inspector?
I'm saying that the true motive belongs to Perkins.
Perkins? Me, Inspector?
Yes, you. A little while ago, I stumbled across Charles' last will and testament, dated only today, to which he left all of his belongings and Haversham Manor to one sole beneficiary.
Of course he did. We found him out, and Perkins killed him to keep him quiet.
This is all a mistake, sir.
Save your words for the police station. Cuff him, Thomas.
Yes. Give me that handgun!
I'll drive you there once the storm is past.
Shut up, Cecil!
That would be for hours. The snow is at its peak.
all a mistake. I haven't killed anyone.
Surely Perkins didn't kill Cecil as well.
This is a mistake. I haven't killed anyone. But I know who has.
You know who killed Charles?
I do.
Who?
The inspector did.
What on earth?
Poppycock!
Did. And I know why.
Shut your mouth, Perkins.
Did it because Charles knew about the police money you were embezzling.
Perfect.
He said that Charles was consultant on a fraud case you were working on. We met him recently at the local police station.
Nonsense.
Charles came home that evening very intrigued by the whole situation. Found the reason why and started looking into the situation himself. Found the reason no arrest had been made was because the man committing the fraud was yourself. You were the perpetrator. You were the perpetrator.
Nonsense.
I know your secret, Inspector. What will you do? Kill me too?
I will. Confound it.
I mean,
What the devil of a situation this is?
not so fast, Inspector!
Charles!
Mr. Havisham!
Charlie, I thought you were dead!
But how did you survive?
You couldn't kill me that easily.
How did you know it was me?
I told Perkins. We've been working together all along. Ever since we last looked at the police station, it was clear your thought was on to you. It was at this point you become afraid you tried to kill me. For months now I've had my guard up, and tonight you fell into my trap.
You've been hiding in the grounds ever since this afternoon when you planned to poison.
I thought it was strange you got here so quickly in such terrible weather.
And then when you found Charles Willis' ledger, you tried to take the whole thing on. You've been hiding in the grounds ever since this afternoon when you planned to poison.
I thought it was strange you got here so quickly in such terrible weather.
And then you found Charles Willis' ledger. You tried to take the whole thing on me.
You damn crafty devil! Crafty indeed. Perkins turned as innocent as I am. Remove the handcuffs this instant. Drop the gun, Inspector. I mean,
Never. I came here to kill you, Charles, and I won't leave until the job is done.
it's over, Inspector. I can prove your guilt in a second. Fetch the papers from the study, Perkins.
Yes, Mr. Havisham.
Lower your weapon, Inspector. It's over. Please, Inspector, you're frightening me.
You ought to be frightened.
You monster! You tried to kill... You monster! You tried to kill Charles and Cecil. How could you?
All right, it's true. I tried to kill Charles, but I never went anywhere near Cecil. In fact, when I found that you and him were together, I was simply overjoyed. I had finally found someone to pin the murder on. So my accomplice blundered in.
And your accomplice, I regret to say, has been my friend from school. Is that right, Thomas Collymore?
It's true. I'm the inspector's accomplice. I helped him with the money.
Brother, I'm surprised at...
Brother, I'm surprised at you. I don't know you've become.
I'm so ashamed. I met Inspector Carter here a few months ago down at my club, and we found that between us, we could steal the police's sundries account easily. He had the access, and well, I had the ability to keep it fast and secure. Or so I thought, until night. Shut up, line!
I don't know what page we're on, man.
I don't know what page you're on, mate.
As for Cecil...
And as for Cecil, that was more of a crime of passion. Simple as that.
Cecil, I loved him. He was my only... Cecil! I loved him. He was my only...
Papers, Mr. Havisham.
Thank you, Perkins. Now fetch my cigarettes from the mantelpiece.
Yes.
Here I hold in my hand a list of every fraudulent transaction Thomas Collymore and Inspector Carter has ever made. Brother, I'm surprised at...
This can't be true. I won't believe this. I can't believe this.
It is true. When I found out that he was in agreement with you, well, it was more than I could bear.
Your sordid affair sickens me, Florence. You broke my heart.
No, Charlie, you mustn't. I made
a mistake. Please take me back.
Take back the woman who has betrayed me? Never.
Charlie, you're all I have. Love me. Please, don't cast me aside. I shall be an outcast in this town. My friends shan't speak to me. Never again till I feel your embrace. Let me be your wife. Perkins!
God knows I can't use a smoke.
Touch the door, Perkins. That should be the police escort you both.
Charlie, I cannot bear it.
Charlie, I cannot bear it. share the money with you. Let me summarize. I love you, Charlie! Inspector Carter knew I discovered you and he were both embezzling police money. So you have shown. I've still got the ring, Charlie! We can make it work! Plan to kill me. Planting poisoned water for me to drink. And planning on framing my murder on Cecil and Florence until your accomplice blundered in and shot my brother Cecil. It was then at that point you tried to pin it on Perkins. Take me, Charlie, if you know what's good for you.
9,000 pounds was dropped from your private accounts this morning, expecting to take every penny after framing someone for my murder. I think it's about time you open up your attaché case, Inspector.
Is it 9,000 pounds?
He allowed you to take all the risk by storing your private account in your private account. Is that right, Inspector?
Alright, it's true. I forged your signature at the bank, and I took out all the money. I hadn't bargained on your account to catch it on so quick and telephone you so soon.
You rogue. I trusted you. I'm sorry, Inspector, but I'm afraid you've made a mistake, and it'll be your last.
Ben!
Ah, my fingers.
Police are outside, ready to arrest.
Excellent. Escort my fiancé downstairs. I wish to have a word with Thomas in private. Thomas, you are not the man I knew from Edson. You become greedy and jealous.
I'm sorry, Charles. I feel as though I'm about to pass out.
There's a glass of water by the mantelpiece.
However the kind tells
Drink it up.
most kind.
Tell me, Thomas, one thing.
Right, of course, I shall tell no more lies.
The glass of poisoned water the inspector left out for me this afternoon. What do you suppose I did with it?
Oh, well, I don't... Wait a minute. You know me. No. Charles! No!
Oh, holy places could have ended differently, Thomas. Your lies and deceits have led you inexorably to this end. If men allow their conscience to be governed by avarice and death, then death and destruction shall prevail. Betrayed by my brother, coupled by my fiancé,
Tito, this is how we do it down in Puerto Rico.
and almost murdered by my eldest friend, let us hope we never again see a murder at Haversham Manor.